Hello. In this episode we're going to discuss what is a wiper's sorbent capacity. And there's a couple of things to consider with sorbent capacity. What we mean when we say sorbent capacity is what is the total volume of a wiper? How much liquid will it hold? And let me start by illustrating that with the Coca-Cola can. If you look at a can of Coca-Cola, it's 12 ounces, but it's 355 milliliters. Please note that the language that we use with describing wipers and the performance characteristics of wipers is all around milliliters or liters for the volume, and then the dimensions is actually all around meters. And so let me just have a little bit of refreshment to start. So this is 355 milliliters. If you look at the specification of our best-selling high-performance wiper, the VT2PNW, you'll find out that a square meter of this substrate material, which is two sheets of polyester laminated together, the sorbent capacity of a meter squared exceeds a can of Coke. It's actually almost 2 cans of Coke. It's about 600 milliliters. So this is our heavyweight where it comes to absorption. This wiper here, our lightweight polyester, is not so good at absorbency. And then our most absorbent non-woven is the VTSNTR, the non-woven. So what I've done for this illustration is I've pre-poured from my beaker 20 milliliters of ultra pure water. And I'm going to take dye, and I'm going to put a little food color dye in each one of these so that we can see the liquid. Okay, so now what I have is I have 20 milliliters of ultra pure water. We're going to take that and we're going to pour that into each one of these vessels. Now, if we were doing a real scientific experimentation for sorbent capacity, the first thing we do is we would take this wiper and we would put this wiper on a balance and we would weigh the wiper dry, and that would give us the basis weight, right? And then we would take this wiper and we would put this wiper in the solution, okay? And you can see, wow, didn't leave anything behind. And the rate of absorption is the time. So we would also time this to determine how quickly it took that liquid to absorb. So the VT2PNW absorbed 20 milliliters immediately, and you can see all the additional sorbent capacity where the wiper substrate is still dry. Now let's go to the VTPNW LW. This is a lightweight polyester wiper. We're going to take this wiper and we're going to put it in. And you're going to see it drip. So we've exceeded the sorbent capacity of the wiper because it's not retaining the liquid. Whereas with the 2-ply wiper, no liquid's coming out. So just as a rough rule of measure, you can see 20 milliliters is no match for the 2PNW. 20 milliliters really spanked the lightweight polyester. Now let's look at the VTSNTR, the non-woven. And remember what we said about the wiper substrate construction. Polyester yarn doesn't absorb. The absorption is only in the crevices. That's one of the reasons why this 2-ply is such an award-winning combination. We've taken 2 layers and we've basically quilted it together. It gives us a lot of crevices. Whereas this wiper is a lot like cotton. And what you're going to see with this substrate is, one, do you notice how immediately it wicks? It wicks very, very quickly. Now we're going to take the wiper out. We're going to shake it, and you see how it's retained all of the liquid. So we haven't exceeded the sorbent capacity, right? All of the liquid's being held within the wiper. So what we've illustrated here is, one, the capacity, and how you would do this scientifically would be you'd weigh the dry wiper before, you'd fill up a solution in excess of the total capacity, you would immerse the wiper in the solution, you'd pull the wiper up to see how much stays in the wiper, and then you'd weigh it afterwards. The difference between the initial weight and the second weight gives you the total sorbent capacity. We can illustrate that with the 2-ply wiper, where you can see we exceeded the sorbent capacity because we still have liquid that was retained behind. So that's how you determine the total sorbent capacity. You take the dry weight, you immerse the wiper in a large volume of liquid or ultra-pure water, you remove it, and then you weigh it after. How you determine the rate of absorption is you literally, with a stopwatch, you time it from the beginning to the end, and that gives you the rate of absorbency. Just to summarize, the most absorbent wiper substrate material is going to be cotton or a non-woven, because the material itself is intrinsically absorbent. The challenge with these substrates that we'll get into with a later video segment is these substrates are not so clean, right? They have fibers that tend to come out of them. They're open fiber, which is one of the reasons why they absorb liquid, but because they're open fiber, they can release fiber. The beauty of polyester is a monofilament, so it's not going to release any fibers, but conversely, it doesn't have any open pores for it to absorb any liquid. Thank you.